How does streaming work? Hey, hello everybody. And what is happening? Why do we get a rate like this even though we didn't even start yet probably? Hello everybody. I'm Felix aka Luxen, and I need to stop the background music. And with me in the voice chat are Henne aka Geflügel and Stefan aka Rechten.
That's true.
Hello.
Hello.
Felix, you heard what's happening.
I don't know, like somebody
I
just
punched
raided
him.
us. Oh, my head. You mean this thing? Okay. Yeah. Somebody punched me very hard. I know it's. I was just playing. With my child. Peekaboo, and then it just very quickly moved my head towards a wall and hit it very badly, and then that happened. It was nothing serious in the end, but yeah, that. I was moving just in a really bad way.
The usual domestic violence excuse, like, oh no, I hit myself on a furniture, and because you want to protect your child. That's very honorable, Felix.
Yeah. What? No. What do you say? What?
I know. I said it's like the classic domestic violence excuse.
What kind of child am I supposed to have? He's not even a year old.
The child is abusing Felix.
Very powerful child. What can you say?
Don't underestimate the power of the child.
Yeah.
By the way, before we forget, because this is really relevant, thanks to Looney Woo for the very big raid.
Yeah. And apparently Looney Woo saw that Gamescom is already a Crossco fan, so thank you very much.
Thank you. And assuming it's a she, I haven't heard the voice, but it's a VTuber.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a big fan.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, so since we are all here, maybe I can quickly start showing the game we are working on, since we have so many people viewing right now. I guess we're working on Alabaster Dawn. Alabaster Dawn was announced not too long ago. Before that, it was known as Project Terra. You find it on Steam. There's a Steam page. The game is still in development, so we are not quite ready yet for release, but we're working towards that. Let me just quickly send the link in case you're interested. So it's an action RPG. We're using, we kind of developed this 3D pixel art look, which tries to stay a bit closer to pixel art, but still has a bit of 3D happening going on here. So that's something we're working on. Today the plan was to work on our weather system, because we already have a lot of stuff done in that regard. There is already the option to make it rain and even make it snow or have a thunderstorm happening. All of that already works. The thing that doesn't work is actually, how the weather will change dynamically, and that the weather is saved, and essentially I can just make it rain, and then it just keeps raining until I restart the game. It's in this kind of state, So yeah, here I get a bit of an impression of what the game will look like. Yeah.
A little aside, did any one of you, or can any one of you still see who the person was who subscribed to us before the stream started? Because
was she?
Oh, nice, good.
I think Mayoff subscribed.
Mayoff, right? It was Mayoff
saying today's stream might just be the greatest stream in the history of streams. That's that's
big expectations.
Big expectations, I would say. Yeah. Let's see. No pressure.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me start by drinking something, so I'm a bit.
By the way, our stream, like not a thumbnail, but the Twitch description that is seen when you post the Twitch link on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It still says a small group of game developers who believe that the devil is in the detail.
I mean, it's not wrong.
It's not wrong, but it's like we haven't used that in a while, right?
I mean, it's still correct, pretty much. Honestly, it will always be correct.
Also, thanks to iRobin591 for subscribing us for 72 months. That's so long. Saying, I
Wow.
loved your booth at Gamescom and the demo was really, really nice. And thanks for the photos. I'm sure I've seen you and I remember hearing your name at Gamescom. And I totally can put a face to it. Totally. Right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you definitely. You even doubly so. Oh, and also 6. Right, that's 6 years. That's good math. Good math. Did you know that a year has 12 months?
6 years.
I think that is true. Yeah.
Well, we're getting slowly but surely very old.
All right. Also, I have a music bot. Unfortunately, it looks like a Fretboard cutting edge isn't working, so we have to just use the regular one.
It got too edgy. It got too edgy. It cut itself to pieces.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or it was so cutting edge that it cut through the floor and then fell to the center of the earth, never to be seen again.
Okay.
Oh, you had the Leia plush and the vinyl. Right.
The
I
vinyl.
remember that. I'm looking so forward to this game. I also met you guys on Gamescom. Jokingly said I could crash by. Your HQ is 20 minutes from me.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look who's there. It's Jack Crosscode Morand. He's here too. Hello.
Yay, hello.
So how's the progress on the Ja Morant final boss coming along? Yeah, we are working on it. Don't worry. Totally gonna happen.
Sleepless 1981 says, sarcasm with German accent is wild. Is it?
I mean, our streams always come free with the German accent, and it's mandatory. It's not.
And it's sarcasm. Sarcasm is also a thing.
Sarcasm is also a thing, yeah.
No, we never do sarcasm. Never.
So.
Never.
Okay, go on.
Okay, maybe I'll make the music a bit quieter. So. Okay. So, just to demonstrate, this is currently how the weather looks like. I mean, so there's rain. If you listen closely, there's even rain sounds. So this is already happening. In here, like, things get darker, and there's like lightning storms happening.
What engine is this? Oh boy.
Oh, it's totally Unity.
Yeah.
No, it's
we
a
should
custom.
really have a comment for that.
Yeah, I think Flora actually wanted to work on something like that, but I think we didn't get around to do that.
Internally, it's called the Railfish engine.
Yeah, it's a custom engine, yeah.
Pyro COVID says, subscribe to us for 31 months and says, 1 stream anniversary per stream. Let's go! I just inserted some passion there.
Where is it?
So, what is what? Sorry. All right. Let me start by actually just doing some boring coding. At least I started a little bit, so I don't have to stack. I mean, coding is always exciting only for the one who does the code, I think.
No, I like to see you code.
All right.
I mean, if you're inside the project, then, or if you understand what is being done, then yes. By the way, it's a fork of the Godot engine called Go Fish. Good one.
Oh god. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is the way I imagined the weather will work is that there is like a weather scale, which is like good weather, bad weather, and the value will kind of fluctuate between random settings between good and bad weather with some kind of algorithm we still have to figure out. I guess we need to do a lot of testing to find like a good compromise of having it dynamic and not too annoying. But the idea is that like depending on the area, good and bad weather will look differently. So let's say if you are like in the desert, it will not be raining no matter how bad the weather is. Instead, there will be sandstorms. Or like if you're up in the mountain, it will be more windy most of the time. When you're like in more moderate climate, there will be more sunshine and less rain, you know. So really the distribution on how good and bad weather actually looks like is something we will kind of specify per area, and that's something I'm working on now. Like how can you define this distribution of good and bad weather? And essentially it's just a list where I just specify ranges from a weight value which goes from 0 to 1, and I just specify for which values you have which weather type. So it's a pretty basic idea. But yeah, I will start working on that now. Also, hi Sizoi, long time no see.
Get hit by lightning is kind of Easter egg. Probably not.
Yeah, hit by lightning.
Lightning?
I think we had enough lightning in our life.
Yeah, definitely enough lightning.
Worst birthday ever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this game. Okay.
By the way, have you heard the voice actress for Lightning?
Nobody cares, I know.
Oh man. No, she's also voice acting a new character in Arknights. And the thing is, she's actually a really good voice actress. Like, she has a really nice voice for a certain character type. But
the editor is very blurry. Flix, can you maybe increase the font size on the window?
That's true.
I think it's control.
Yeah, I'll just control scroll you. I did.
Yeah.
I made it larger so you can read actually what's happening.
Because Felix has a 2K monitor.
No, it's not 2K. Oh, wait, actually it is.
Yeah, it's definitely in 2K.
Yeah, it's 2K. Yeah, it's 2K.
Will maps be designed around the weather system, like dark forest with heavy rain, and after Juno, a nice cozy wind?
I don't think I understand.
I don't understand the rise. So, like, one thing that will not happen is, unfortunately, have like Juno react to the wind. That's something. I mean. We had initially that Juno's ponytail was like moved a little bit by the wind, but we removed that after I did some changes in the animation system, and currently it's not that easy to do, and I also think it doesn't look that great anyway, so that's why for now it's just it's mostly for the environment around, but you know, the vegetation will actually move, like plants and trees that will move in the wind and all that. Okay, I think that's already it.
I mean, we probably have something like certain area or sub-area of a region will have a sort of forced weather. I'm sure we can do something like that, you know, like you go into a part where it's always raining, you know, no matter what happens. That's something we can do too, I imagine. Probably very easy per map setting. Do maps and rain change based on Juno's actions? No, it's not a Zelda game like that.
No, not like this, yeah.
Will corrupted maps always be raining? I don't think. No.
Dodging the lightning 100 times like in Final Fantasy X. I wouldn't do this as an Easter egg if it would be the last thing I could do. That was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone who played the PAL version will agree with me.
Does it make a difference in the PAL version? Was it?
I mean, you only had 50 frames, not 60 frames.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. I mean, even people in the NTS.
Yo, Tinker Blast. Yeah, it's a general oof. Another reason why Final Fantasy X sucks. Sorry. What?
No. I mean, even people in America hated that section.
Touching the lightning. Oh yeah, 5C10 minigames always fun times. Okay, it's a prefab source.
I find coding into computer science. Oh yeah, I remember they added something so that only the current window gets affected by your change. Oh, that sucks, man.
We get another subscription by Tinkerblast via Prime. Thank you.
Huge and big.
Oh, that's wrong.
The people who code out their gourds with environmental tech architectures that are incredibly subtle scare me. Gourds?
Gourds? Like things where you can put liquid into?
Yeah, like that's what I think about.
No, it's pumpkins apparently. Special types of pumpkins.
What?
That's what Zierkürbis apparently, according to Google.
I'm not sure if that's
But it can also be a pumpkin-shaped bottle, like those narrow pumpkins.
More you know. What do you mean, Ridley? Like, hello. Out of their gourd is a phrase meaning out of their mind. Meaning out of their mind. That's the first time I ever heard this. Oh, okay. That's a fun part, you know. You just have a weekend and you're like, let me just code something up real quick. Felix, at one point when in Crosscode, when we had our UI system, and the UI system used to have an update and a render step where it would like go through the entire tree on update and then go through the entire tree on render. And then Felix, in one train ride, once rewrote it so it's only in the update loop, and then in the render loop you go through a list. It kind of like gets all the steps that need to be rendered.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I'm not exactly sure how it was, but I don't think it was such a huge change. If you think about it.
I mean, it's a huge performance change.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there was I did a lot of big refactorings just to improve performance. Like initially, we didn't have like those physics objects. Instead, it was just everything was in classes, and then I just separated a lot of properties to like those physics objects to really improve performance. I don't remember how long that took, but yeah. So okay, I now have the weather distribution. Current rank, current weight, fourth weather.
Grammary Nemesis, thank you for the prime. No, and also a bit of Bailey's. Thank you for 40 months. Says get well, Felix.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, it really was nothing serious. I just hit my head very hard, but essentially it's just a huge bump now. But at this point, though there was some blood, but It wasn't.
will
It
there
was
be a cool-
pretty shallow. So.
Will there be a cool scar?
There
hope
probably will be a scar. I don't know how long. I don't know how long it will stay, but yeah. There definitely was a scar when I hit the wall.
You can then later tell your child about that cool scar that you got.
About what dangers I took on entertaining him, and that's what I got from that.
You can show that to him after you showed him the photos of the blood on the baby.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely got all those on photos.
I mean, I still got them, so. Missed opportunities. Scars are badass. Shizuka. That's true.
Scars are badass.
That's totally a quote.
You need an artwork of Juno complete with matching headwear. Injured in the Great Hedgehog Wars. Nuno with font set gear. There's actually already a fan art of that. Made by a friend of mine. I have it on my pinboard.
You know that we got those neat little artworks in our office, right, Felix? Of Juno and
Yeah,
Kevin.
we got those.
Something that I totally forgot to tell you that I was able to experience myself last Friday when leaving late. They actually glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, right. She wrote that.
They glow in the dark.
Gotta pay attention to that next time we leave a bit later. I mean, thankfully it turns dark earlier, so we can observe it more easily. By the way, we have a stable 200 plus viewers right now.
That's I mean, considering we had like 600 people just running the stream in the beginning,
but
that was
Felix, rates are like the wind.
That's true.
They carry the smell?
Yes, that's
Oh my
Carry
gosh.
smell?
No.
Is that what I need to understand from
yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
That's how it is. The smell of success and love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good track. Bam, boom, bam. On the topic of Zelda, I don't like Echoes of Wisdom, man. I don't like it.
I've heard mixed things about it.
It is like, you can see it's not from the main team, you know, because after the 5th game with an annoying companion, they did it again. It's like they just want us to suffer through the annoying character that tells you right when you stand before an objective, hey, look, there's the objective. Maybe you should interact with the objective.
I mean, the Breath of the Wild games didn't have it, right?
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I mean,
why do they go back like that?
You mean like 5 games without an? I see. Yeah.
Why do they do this to me?
Yeah, I was also from what I mean, I also saw some trailers and stuff, and I was also like, why are they doing that again or whatever? Like, I mean, the concept looked really cool. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard that, as often happens with those kind of creative solution-based games, is that you often have like some tools that are just way too useful and can be used for way too many solutions.
Oh yeah, you
Like
get
the
one
bed.
of the most useful right in the beginning as well.
The bed, right?
Yeah, the bed is pretty useful.
Mhm.
But like, there was something good, but it's also like they give you things that you feel like are sort of pointless to have, because the alternative is so much better, as you said. Basically, as you say, is weird. Is weird.
Yeah, I guess they had a nice concept but didn't really fully think it through, or just thought, yeah, well, whatever, let them have fun. It's a Zelda game where you play as Zelda, the girl, so it's for little girls, so they don't have to have it too hard.
Yeah, why didn't you just give me an option to like toggle off the fucking annoying companion?
Good idea.
In general, the game feels like it wants to force you to read everything because you can't like skip through it as well, right? You have to read through it. And there's a lot of instances where the game has the exact same dialogue for something, and you need to sit through the same animation.
Dr. Urinstein actually says there's nothing more annoying than a flying capybara following me around and talking to me all the time. So you need to understand, it's a capybara. So imagine you have a capybara following you around. You think what this capybara will do on default? Nothing. Because it's a capybara.
Yeah.
They don't do, they just watch you.
They just chill.
And that was like essentially part of the idea why it's a capybara. It will not proactively get on your nerve. You need to nudge it for it to actually do something. So at least that was the idea. But yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I even think Navi was like, after the millionth game playthrough, I wished I would have some way to just say, it's alright, I know the game, thank you, I will now play it. There's a lot of like ways where the game has like story, right? Like Echoes of Wisdom, like the story is very important to it, even though it's like extremely generic shit, right? It's like really, really basic. And maybe this is intended for children, right? But I remember figuring everything out was part of the joy for me when I was a kid. The link between worlds, link to the past, right? You kind of had to go through it and like experience it by yourself.
Capybara will happily watch you fail and sick re-upload TikToks of you failing. Pretty much. Oh yeah! Right, Floor was in Sweden. Oh man, I forgot. But yeah, greetings to Sweden.
Yes. I hope you are seeing many nice auroras.
Yeah. Aurora Borealis and
Aurora Borealis.
Especially those.
Yes.
Yeah, my head is fine, Floor. It's nothing too serious.
Felix, you gotta use your head in the future.
But not this way.
Not this way.
Yeah. I gotta use my head before moving my head. Like this.
You gotta think ahead of the consequences.
Hey, guys. Be kind to Felix, he has a lot on his mind.
Oh my gosh, Floor has seen an Aurora completely located in the kitchen. Jeez.
Damn.
Not bad.
Not bad. At this time of year.
At this time of the day. Okay. One thing after the other. First, I'm gonna make it so that you can set this weather distribution in the climate settings. There's already the reverb. And you still can copy it. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's you don't have to specify it. So here is the weather dist.
As in weather distribution.
Yeah. That was the idea. Climate weather. Did I export it? No.
What engine are you using? Is it still Impact or some in-house fork? It is our own engine.
Yeah, at this point, it's not even a fork. Like, we just rewrote the whole thing. I mean, some things might still be, you know, somewhat inspired by Impact.js, but essentially everything is rewritten. It's also written in TypeScript instead of JavaScript.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, we like to do everything by ourselves.
Yeah.
At least it means.
For better or for worse.
At least it means you know where things are and how you can fix things.
Honestly, though.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have an idea.
Oh yeah, for everyone who is new here, you are always welcome to ask questions.
Oh yeah, I totally
Forgot to
forgot.
mention that in the beginning.
Yeah.
We're happy to answer them if we can, but no story questions.
Also, if you want us to see the questions, you should write @RadicalFishGames because
Hmm.
it makes it easier.
But is your game engine woke? Oh my god, dude.
Oh my gosh, no. This
I'm
whole
very-
this whole Godot bullshit stuff.
Wait,
Oh my
Godot?
god.
Is there
There
something-
was a controversy about Godot who kind of like somebody called they kind of like make a tweet fun about some people calling their engine Vogue, and like a whole shitstorm happened because of that. And there was
What?
like a new Godot branch created just because now they are apparently very Vogue. And oh my gosh, it's
It's
really dumb.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I just looked it up. God damn it! It's like, man, people are so.
I've seen you use the level impact editor. It might. This is where the impact inspiration comes from. The editor might look somewhat similar to impact, and it's also called Weltmeister.
Yeah, because it's a funny pun. You thought it's
Yeah, it's
you
a
know.
funny pun. It is a funny joke. Do you plan to stick to 2.5D, or are you considering doing something in 3D feature? Probably 2.5D.
Yeah, 3D is a little bit tricky because our engine isn't really optimized for, you know, fully rotating the camera. And it would actually be tricky to do that. So we would probably stay with 2.5D.
Also, like, I would say it would require more resources, right?
I mean, it depends
I
on
feel
how
like-
you do the 3D, but yeah.
Yeah. Like, I do like this style. Feels very unique. Wasn't it not even Godot themselves, but like instead the person who run some community server. I mean,
I think it
Probably
was an official Godot community manager or something like this. So I mean, it's
still dumb.
it's really
like-
dumb. It's just kind of like this whole Vogue discussion is just dumb in many ways, I think.
It's very, very dumb. Like the entire term itself is really stupid, and how it's used nowadays.
Early
Oh.
closed access. Yeah, there will be. So next year we are planning on doing a demo version, and then later, much later next year, we want to do the early access. So you get your hands on the start of the game, you know, and you can barrage us with the feedback,
Yeah.
and we'll find ways to break our game in very creative ways, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It'll be fun to see.
Yeah. How many characters in 2.5D animation system are allowed to have on screen?
It's funny because I recently did a test on that. It really depends on your machine though, because in my office my machine can handle over, I think, several hundred, 400 or so Junos just being fully animated. But on this machine, it's actually drops down to 20 FPS when I do that. So yeah, it depends on your machine is the answer. But I think at least 100 or a good 100 is definitely doable.
At least one Juno.
Yeah, at least one Juno is definitely.
That's a good minimum.
I mean, I could show it here on camera, but this is unfortunately not the fast machine, so it's gonna be slow. Especially it loads for a long time. I don't know why that is. The map is called Juno Army. Oh, it's already here. Here we go. Yeah, I think that's Mirror's Edge. There was like one Mirror's Edge song in that playlist. The one that I used before is Gun, so yeah. Yeah, this one runs slow, unfortunately.
Attack of the Clones. It's the rumbling.
So if I half of this, I think that should be a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, this runs pretty good. Probably not, still not 60 though, yeah. Yeah, I mean, at some point I might just go over this and try to optimize it a little bit, but honestly, in practice, I think you will hardly have situations like this, unless we really try to have crowded places. But when we do that, we probably use a lot of tricks to make it more feasible, like having characters who are less animated. We might even make them static, you know, stuff like this. There's a lot of ways you can make this, you can make routes happening. But I think CrossCode never had a situation like this, honestly, this many animated
In the DLC
characters.
there was one scene where you had like a lot of...
Yeah, but I don't think those were 400. I think they were more like close to 100 or so.
Might be alone in this opinion, but I actually like working with the Unity engine, but I also try to avoid inbuilt functions whenever I can.
I mean,
think
a
you're
lot of people use Unity, so I think. But I also understood that if you use Unity, it's kind of like the best way to use it is to really build a lot of systems on your own and don't just use what the engine provides, because that usually doesn't end well. I understood. Something like this, anyway. Yeah, no exponential caramel Dunson growth in Alabaster Dawn, I'm sorry.
Grrr. How dare you?
Okay, let's see if the climate thing works. Why? It's not working.
Everything was peace until the June nation attack. Yeah, we should just have an animation where they slowly walk forward and we had a little bit of fog on the ground. And then we play the rumbling theme. I think that would be nice.
Okay.
I like to use more exotic engines as it's more fun. Do you have some engines that you would recommend? Ooh, I don't know. Impact. I was using, what was it called? Slick 2D? Which was a Java-based thing. Yeah, it was Slick 2D. But it's more like an API, right? It doesn't come with an editor, if I remember. There's Love 2D. Pico 8, I think. There's also someone. Blender, if you have the old Blender version, you know, build yourself a Blender game. That seems pretty to take. Mathesoc with the Prime. Let's go, dude. Or do this, you know.
Having the Prime, that's so smart. Gives us money and doesn't cost you any.
Okay.
The immediate Pico 8 love. I see. Some Pico enjoyer in here.
Okay, here we go. The true best game engine, Roblox Studio.
I feel like the best way to start with games is just to doodle around, you know, do a cool feature. You know.
Yeah, I mean, just get your hands on coding. I mean, game dev in general. So now I can find. Oh, weather needs to optional. Already made a mistake.
Felix.
Okay.
We talked about this. No more mistakes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Chef. I'm so sorry. Ah, boy. Oh, boy.
Actually curious to see how Redot will turn out. Wish them all the best either way. Redot is what they call it.
What's Redot?
I think that engine thing that we talked about.
Oh, that was. Oh, yeah. That was like
Vogue.
the non-Vogue.
The non-Vogue version.
Of Godot. I mean, I wouldn't expect much from it if the only reason I redid this was to not be Vogue. Like I don't really see how this is connected to actual game engine code. It's really not.
But if it's not Vogue, then it means it's asleep, and that's not doesn't sound productive. Well, that's a fun track. Nice
Oh, this is music.
Yes.
Nice.
Where's the commands with
Make
no,
Tetris. Tetris is definitely a tougher thing to do than you would think, right? It does
wait.
come with some understanding of things. Nope.
Pokemon Black and White Lullaby for Trains Anvil Town? What? It was strange. Okay.
No, start with Pong. Pong is also a good start.
I think I will make this a little bit different. Instead of giving weight values, I just add a probability and then I just calculate the actual weights, because it makes, I think, just makes it more doable, the whole thing.
I remember this track from some Pokemon game.
My favorite track from some Pokemon game.
Speaking of Pokemon, I've heard that there's been like some ridiculously big leak for something recently.
Huh?
Like there has been some massive leak of information for future Pokemon games or something, but I haven't really paid that much attention to it because I don't really care that much for Pokemon anymore. I just heard that it happened and that it's apparently very big, and one thing that I remember is that apparently they want to go deeper into the relationship between human and Pokemon.
Okay.
Did you know that... Okay, I'm not gonna finish this joke. You know when you know. Yeah. I don't know, just mentioning in case anyone knew about it and wanted to talk about it, because I don't. Finger guns at Yui. Kapow. Yeah. Some people know, great. By the way, Felix, you have to rethink your worldview, because as it turns out, metaphors are very popular these days.
I heard that the game seems to be very good, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
it reached like 1 million sales after a few days or something.
that is a big number, Hannah.
That's really a big number. Some games that are also considered very successful reach that number after like half a year. I'm not talking about CrossCode, by the way. I'm talking about Unicorn.
Oh, CrossCode never really reached 1 million sales, yeah.
Are you sure? I'm not sure. Did it?
No,
Not
never.
at some
I
point?
don't think
Okay.
it.
But yeah, it is a big number. Big number. And I hear it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I've only seen some screens here and there.
I
of
also heard
people-
you played another 100 hours, so I'm not.
Yeah,
really-
yeah, it's definitely long from what I.
I never really got into Persona games ever since Persona 3, which I tried and never played through, so
Mhm.
I'm not gonna start there.
But Felix, there's a character called Hulkenberg.
Okay, another German name character.
Yeah. Yeah, but I really like Hulkenberg. I would assume they call her Halkenberg or something.
Hmm.
But anyway, still good for them and good for another RPG game, JRPG game being very successful.
We're talking about Alabaster Dawn.
What?
No, he
Talking
never
about
talks
Alabaster Dawn?
about our games.
No.
Hannah, I need you to focus up.
But I can't talk much about Alabaster Dawn and its sales because it isn't for sale yet.
Yeah, maybe we should talk less about sales.
We could.
So you sound almost like you're a business guy, Hannah.
Really.
Hannah is getting sponsored. This is.
I'm sponsored by Atlas. Yes.
Hey friends, have you heard of this highly successful game called Raid Legends of Shadow? I heard it's pretty cool.
Is that game even still around, by the way? I haven't seen advertisements for that in
I know,
a
I
long
don't play
time.
mobile games.
I mean, who does that anyway?
I've recently deinstalled Instagram.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea, actually. Is Instagram?
I only kept getting like clearly AI generated garbage with like Tesla advertisement in the description. And I was like, all right, I guess this is my time to go.
I mean, then again, it's maybe even worse on Twitter. But again, I mean,
on Twitter I get like artist stuff. Exactly what I'm looking for.
That's true. But the ads on Twitter are very.
I don't get ads.
Felix, you mentioned. Oh, you don't get ads? Are you?
No.
Are you at Twitter? Okay, makes sense. I mean, I remember Felix mentioning that there are actually a lot of nice indie game ads on Twitter, which is true. But also, I feel those are getting fewer these days, and instead I'm getting more like conspiracy and right-wing ads these days.
Yeah, this is right. But you know, like, there's now video on Blue Sky, so you know nothing stops you. I'm trying to like get all the people over there and have my page full of them again, but it's really hard because some artists are simply not on Blue Sky.
I mean, it's
really like to follow them.
Getting there. I mean, I've seen more and more popular artists at least being on both platforms, but yeah, it's still a long road ahead. I mean, Twitter has built up such a massive influence and number of people that are just used to it, and I mean, it only makes sense once a lot of people make the jump. Before, it's not feasible to just do one.
You gotta be part of the change you want to see, you know.
That's true. That's true. That's what Martin Luther said.
Right. Yeah.
I think.
That's what he said, probably.
Martin Luther said, I have a dream, when he puts those papers against the church door.
Last one I mentioned, I was looking forward to Alabaster Dawn. Me too, man. I wonder what it's going to be like.
Oh my god, did I just hear there's a 70% off Steam sale on Alabaster Dawn?
What?
Yeah, not yet. Not quite. I mean, there might be, but the thing is, you can't buy it, so...
So, okay, I added the weather distribution. We got another subscription by... It won't tell me. Why is the chat slower than the notification? Why? What is happening?
Do you mean
I get like the notification sound, and then like a few minutes later, I get the subscription actually in the chat.
I don't even see it in the chat yet, but maybe
Me neither. That's weird. What was this?
Reminder to subscribe for free with Prime. Yeah. Together we can build ourselves a sub.
Or did
the Prime sub.
Or did the chat eat the subscription?
Prime costs money. Psh, Gabby, what are you doing? God damn it! You're stealing away our hard-earned Prime subs with your real life.
Realism.
Damn negativity.
Okay, so I added the distribution, so that should work now. But now the map will also get a distribution. Okay, let's see. Right, we have map climate and now we have map weather. Dist is a weather distribution, which is null. And
Okay,
then
I think the sub is just got eaten.
yeah, looks like it. Unfortunately, I didn't see which one it was.
It was
I mean,
Miso Matthias, right?
An
Usually you
aurora
want to
weather
eat
effect
subs.
could be pretty with colorful lights dancing across the screen. Boah, yeah, I mean, also tricky
It's usually
to
in the sky effect, though, right? The camera is looking at the
Yeah.
ground. I've been a big fan of RFGs for a long time. Hello, Blue Baba.
Hi there.
Hola.
Okay, map climate. We have map climate somewhere here. Okay. I call this map weather.
How long minimally do you think Alabaster company not asking for specific tech? Minimally? A few years? Basically, it's like that, alright? Chat, it's like that. The
Developing or
technology, like a lot of the technology is in the game. A lot of the menus are done, a lot of the features are done. What is missing is now the hard part, the long part. Not hard part in the sense that it requires a lot of testing, and that is implementing stuff, creating content, right? Placing bushes, creating cutscenes, implementing quests, adding items. This almost
busy work,
always
yeah.
amounts to like the largest amount of work required, right? And
In
to
the
get
end,
it up to our standards, like it just takes a lot of time.
I mean, I get the
would
feeling we put a lot of extra time in just working on the foundation this time. So hopefully,
that's true.
because if it takes as much longer as it did us to just work on the foundation, it's going to be a very long development time. I just hope that that content development will hopefully in the long run go a little bit faster compared to Crosscode. Simply, I mean, in practice, we are more full-time employees now. In Crosscode, I remember even in the last year of development, there were like times where I was just working all the time together with Stefan, and a lot of people were just here and there helping out still. I mean, because a lot of it was still on freelance basis back then. So,
and we're like more people that work on maps now as well, right? That can just
that definitely
this,
helps.
Yeah,
not just maps, but also like other editor work too. Like some people are just creating the animations now.
Yeah, exactly.
Or putting in the graphics themselves and creating figures from it, which is also work that has to be done.
Exactly. So.
But yeah, I mean, the one fear is of course that the standards are higher, and with this engine we can do more stuff to meet those high standards, and it might take some more time in several aspects. Like for maps, it already is something that I felt with the amount of detail that we could put in maps now, and the fancy stuff that we can do, which can take some time.
Yeah, a lot of stuff we are working on. Creating maps for Alabaster just takes longer compared to Crosscode. That's true, but still, I think it's over time we will get faster at that. We have to some degree. So
I mean, there were just growing pains where we're still trying to figure out certain technical aspects and how we want to deal with them for the future, right?
Yeah.
Like how we deal with. I remember we spent much more time on the first cliff extensions in the first area, and then for the next area, I think you Felix just went ahead and did some, and they already look really nice because now you knew how you need to set them up and everything.
Yeah, obviously. We also can reuse more and more graphics when we come to later areas. I mean, that's really it's You should try to avoid just recreating everything from scratch exactly for that reason, because it's really not worth it. Like slowly I get the feeling things go better. Like for instance, now I'm actually focusing again on story development, and recently I just made a bunch of cutscenes and I didn't even have to fix stuff or implement new features for once. Like I could just actually focus on creating a cutscene for the most part anyway. So yeah, I think we're getting there. Okay, why is this not working?
Isn't every phase an iteration? Well, if you just iterate over everything, then you never really make progress. At some point, you need to say, "All right, this is now how we deal with it. You know, this is how we deal with everything. How it should look, right? Like, at some point, we said, okay, this is how menus will look. This is the style we use. These are the colors. Let's go."
I mean,
and then from there, it does go faster. You know, like creating new assets because you already know, okay, probably should be roundish. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you tend to iterate during development more or less still. I mean, we are still iterating over stuff. For instance, not too long ago, we changed like the way healing items work, or like just a few days ago, I had changed the way stamina regenerated. So stuff like this, we are still trying things. Because right now,
the point I added as well. The point I added is also an iteration over element focus, where I already added once the backgrounds, the glowing backgrounds, but then it wasn't good enough for gamepad. I still felt like it needed something. But
the
sorry,
pointers, yeah, definitely. Healing items like tea. Actually, the game currently doesn't feature any tea, because we are only focusing on cooking stuff, on meals, and tea is not a complete meal. That's the downside of tea. But we could have a tea time dish, which is like tea with cake and stuff like that. Like an ultimate one of the late game dishes that you can cook. Coincidentally, I just got some tea here, so. Okay, so on game app start. Right, and also
will there be a good old games release? Yeah, for sure. I'll mind, like, why not, right?
I mean, likely, yeah. So, okay, let me think. This weather, set distribution. This or this map climate, and this map climate info weather dist.
What if you get the bad ending? You only get a GOG release if you find the good ending. No bad endings allowed.
Will there be a GOG release of a stream release? Maybe.
Why do I say just G climate here? Because this is G climate, isn't it?
I just say this, yeah.
Why? Okay, I don't know. This is there was a lot of stuff refactored here.
It's a head injury, Felix. Blame it on the head injury.
No, that wasn't me, I swear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. I swear.
How long are you expecting the game to be? 1 million hours.
Yes.
Probably more like 40, 50, 60, you know. Curious about something. I heard there is a bad ending and to see what happened during this ending. Oh, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. You know, go check it out on YouTube. It's sad. It's a sad ending.
Please no spoilers, no crosscode.
Yeah, it's a pretty new game, guys.
It's very new. I mean, there might be some people in the world who still haven't played crosscode.
Very likely, judging by the number of sales we got. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it lower than...
8 billion? Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Still finishing, see? Yeah. I'm a slow
Okay.
gamer.
Whoa. Where is it? Here we go, finally. Okay.
But I think I figured out why my hand hurts, and I don't think it's the mouse position. I think it's the mouse size. Because
Really?
I recently I reverted to my old mouse that I got before, right? Because the new one, the wireless I brought, is much smaller. It's like a tiny mouse, right? It's like
Whoa.
a gamer mouse or whatever. And so I switched to my larger one, right, where I have to like lift up my hand much more. I can work longer with it.
Oh,
I also
wow.
noticed that when I stand, I don't get as much pain. So I'm figuring maybe it's also the chair that I have for 10 plus years now. It slowly has run its course. So I feel like maybe it has something to do with that.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
the ball mouse is pretty nice. But I don't think it helps when you have carpal tunnel because you actually do the same. You do a bad motion with it. You do a left-right motion and you turn your hand a lot because what you want is you want to have your hand vertical, not horizontal. Like you don't want to have it flat on the ground. You want to have it sideways. And the mouse is like the ball mouse is very. It takes more hand movement to move around stuff. Because it's very fidgety, like it's not very precise, so you often need to correct. And it doesn't register that when you make a small movement on the screen as well. I tried it with the mouse moving from Windows as well, but I can't deal with that. I'm I think it's weird that when I speed up my mouse movement that it moves more. It feels like I have no control over my mouse.
Okay.
An ongoing quest to find the issue, I tell you that, man.
Yeah.
But standing
like
does
this.
help.
Maybe
A lot,
you can try. Do you have a standing desk or?
Yeah, I have a standing desk, so I'll try
Yeah.
standing on the standing desk a little bit more now, and it
I mean,
does
it's-
help.
It's a good thing in general to do that, you know.
Yeah, for my back, you know, but usually my back was always the thing that because I do yoga, I already like do this fixing of that
Oh, okay.
by that. So I tried incorporating some hand stretches into my yoga, into my morning yoga, but so far no dice.
Yoga flame.
Yoga flame. I rap so hard, I spit yoga fire.
I mean, we at least I have a standing desk at my office as well, but I've never used it that way.
Sure, it's actually
Yeah.
quite relaxing. Don't do it for long. Like you only need to do 1 hour, then you do 1 hour sitting, then 1 hour standing. You know.
Might be a good idea doing that one. I mean, you you can't do that with your desk, right, Felix?
I can't know.
I mean,
Learn
No.
to use your mouse with your non-dominant hand and then alternate. I tried that as well, but you know, I don't just use mouse for work, but also for gaming. I can't be bothered to change it for gaming. I'm too lazy for that.
So let's see if it will now rain. If it rains now, everything I did works. If it doesn't, then I give up and the game's cancelled.
no. By the way, crosscode spoiler.
It's cancelled. No, it's okay, it's fine. Okay, let's see.
Leia gets crosscoded by John Crosscode at the final crosscode dungeon, only to be defeated by the fact that the true crosscode was the friends she made along the way. Yes. Damn, John Crosscode.
John Crosscode. Almost as bad as John Pilates.
Yeah, John.
Oh
No,
no,
it's-
I think you scared Vincent.
It's Jonathan Pilates, I'm sorry.
It's Joe Pilates.
It's Joe Pilates, okay.
Yeah. Because it's short for Joseph.
Disastrous was. Oh yeah, actually, Fix, you can show that the new community menu.
Oh yeah, I could. But we don't have the lists yet, right?
There's no list, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
Oh, you crashed the game.
Is that how
No,
you
I didn't.
control
I'm debugging. No worries.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so distribution is empty. That's not the right distribution. That is in fact wrong. So let's see.
Game's cancelled. I'm out of the job. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, you will have to sleep under a bridge tomorrow.
When he's a student, he already does that.
Touché.
That map you saw, by the way, is the first village. The starter village.
Hmm. Okay. The weather distribution is it not work. Okay.
Nice music too. Courtesy of Dennis.
Yep.
You wrote that one.
By the way, I hope everyone has already heard the great Crosscode Orchestra Leia theme that Dennis released on his channel some weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Data. Global.
When you use your non-dominant hand for the mouse, do you also switch the mouse buttons? Yeah, right. You should, because like index finger is the clicking one, probably. But also something I noticed is I really hate mice that have a scroll wheel where I can't unlock them, right? Where I can't make it a finger swipe scroll. Like I have that on my gaming mouse, and it's just a godsend to scroll through stuff.
I hate that. I never use it.
I use it for coding all the time, but then again, for coding, it really helps to learn as much shortcuts as you can. Navigate code. That help. At least I try to learn a few more to help with pain.
So you use it for like scrolling?
Yeah, you can use control, mouse, control down, and that scrolls in like a page view, or like you do control shift
Okay, yeah,
down,
okay, I see it.
which goes through the classes and functions.
Okay, for
Okay.
me control and
That is.
control and scrolling is zoom in and zoom out. So it's the
Yeah,
difference.
like a trackball mouse, I have one, and it's really, really weird. Like, I like the scrolling wheels right there. You spin it around like a volume knob. That's fun. And the buttons are on. You press with your thumb and your pinky finger, or your ring finger, which is a bit weird. But the problem is precision. If you want to select just a precise point, it's not possible. You need to lift your hand off the ball. If it's just slightly touching you, moving it, and I don't know.
It's still not working.
Oh my gosh, I would like, if you use page up and page down, you can if you don't mind like not lifting, if you don't just want to use your left hand for everything, I use Alt S and Alt W instead of page up and page down. It's just my way of doing like everything with the left hand. Is the height of your chair correct? Yeah. Like I have like a standing desk, like an Autodesk, right? That you can like press a button and it goes to a specific height. And I measured the height exactly, so I'm sitting slightly looking down at my monitor.
Why you not
But it might be
working?
my office chair, because my office chair is like, I had this thing for probably 10 years now. And it might be, it could be that I'm just sitting on a really old chair.
I should reduce the volume of the game.
Usually, like, I have my arms such that they are like in a nice, great like line. But I also have a very big mousepad and a very deep desk, so I can like have my arm resting on the table.
Okay, let me see. At some point in the distant future, there will be storm in the village. When there's storm in this village, then the game is not cancelled anymore. Oh, it's still cancelled currently the way it is right now. Jesus, come on, this can't be too hard, right? Climate. Prefab. Lot of okay, at least that seems to work now, and I get settings. I do have settings. Nice. So that's good.
I think the C and D from Marvel may still get the game cancelled if you put Storm in the village.
Oh, the weight is not a number. That explains everything.
Felix,
Hmm?
null is not a number.
Yeah.
It is, in fact. And it reminds me of the Batman video where he says this is actually the only thing that's true, and then the result is not a number. If you like do object plus array, I think it was, or the other way around. He says like that's actually the only thing that's real and true in this presentation.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay. So let's see. Maybe it's now actual storming. No, but let's restart again just to be sure. It's still not a number. Oh, come on. Probability. Probability.
I had that one too. I had that one too. Like,
I freaking hate it. Jeez, it's always the same.
probability, probability.
Just should have called it just chance, or I don't know.
Chance.
Yeah.
Likeliness.
I mean, chance is shorter. Chance is the better one here.
Well, I will now do probability. I'm already.
There's a different case where this was the same thing, where it was probability, and I had an issue, and I was like,
look, the IDE even
value?
the IDE didn't warn me about the spelling mistake, but I didn't see it.
I mean, yeah, if you call a property in the vibe probability, and then you read probability. Oh, it even did. You're right. Oh my god.
Yeah. How about an illegally distinct tribute to crosscode? What?
Yes. Then we have to sue ourselves. A legally distinct tribute to Storm, rough weather girl. Yes. By the way, we haven't talked about gaming at all. What is your favorite?
I can talk about not gaming, but about something else. I think there was like a way I could have connected it to one of the previous, but you know, the Lego is kind of cool, right? But
Legos are amazing.
Yeah, but they're also really expensive these days, especially.
They are so expensive these days.
Don't buy the Legos. Yeah, don't buy Legos from Lego.
Yeah, so there is actually now Legos which are like for cheap, you know, like those blue bricks things that you can buy. And there's not just blue bricks, but that in fact in one of our shopping centers there's now just a blue brick store. And you can just go there and it's like Lego, only like half the price or so. And yeah, we just bought like a couple of those because my wife really wanted to build some Legos again, like Parisa. And we bought. I can actually show it, but it might just fall apart if I'm not careful. But it's this kind of thing here. It's a scooter. It's a very girly scooter.
Scooter? Hyper?
No, not this kind of scooter. But
Yeah, now I see it.
but it's really nice
it's
looking.
cute.
And I would say, like, of course, you do notice some kind of difference in quality compared to Lego. But it's...
I mean, depends on the set. Bluebricks is a reseller and also like creator of own sets.
Yeah. That one isn't really from Bluebricks itself, but actually from some Chinese company called I don't know, what is it, Locks or something? I forgot the name exactly. But
Roblox.
LOD? Lots, LOZ, that's the name. Lots, I don't know. Loz, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, I mean, overall, it was really fun to build, and it's still pretty nice. So, I can recommend those if you want to save some money. And also, the funny thing is, we actually bought another model for another car, and it actually, like, it just literally wrote on the package, like, good for the female demographic, because I don't know, something about this car apparently makes it girly, or at least that's just what they wrote on the package, and that's
Something for the female demographic.
Yeah,
Right.
literally what they wrote
love
on it. They didn't write it on that scooter, but another car for whatever reason. But yeah, that was weird.
I mean, I love it, especially because they just put it on the package. I mean, I can see it being used for like marketing meetings.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like, you know, that's actually something you talk about if you try to find your target audience, but it's not something you write on a freaking package. Jeez.
Good for the female demographic.
Yeah.
Man, that's great. Good for, I don't know, when you...
Lego bricks apparently have been going down in quality a bit the last few years, so not sure how they compare now. I don't know, like, we did build some official Lego stuff, I think late last year, and I mean, it was pretty good overall. Like, we haven't been doing it too much before that. So you don't notice a little bit like quality difference, like for this one, like the scooter thing, you actually need to cut a few things with a scissor, and sometimes blocks just don't fit as perfectly. So you notice you need to use a bit more force here and there. So there's stuff like this happening, and I think that's less likely to happen with Lego. So that's kind of like the difference, I would say. But yeah, that's something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I got just for a comparison, right? Like, I have a almost 7,000 piece set from Bluebricks right here, right? Which was 250 or 270.
Wow, that's
maybe, right?
That's not a lot for 7,000 bricks, I think, right?
For 7,000 now. I want you to just give me a second, because I want to check the price. If I don't want to say the wrong thing. I got the Zelda one, right?
Yeah.
The Zelda one, which is 2,500 pieces for $300.
Okay.
Like,
how much pieces was 7,000, right?
almost 7,000. I think
Right,
it was 6,000.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the thing I just showed you, that was like 600 pieces, and it cost 15 euros.
Yeah.
15 euros. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Lego has built too long on their like position as a monopoly.
Yeah, but
it was 7,000. It was 7,269 pieces for 250.
Nice.
that is obviously you pay the added price of this being a franchise, this being Nintendo, right?
Of course,
but it's still even their own creations are exorbitantly like expensive because they had their monopoly place for too long, and then like a court decided no, you can't do that anymore. I'm sorry. Because like they once raised their prices for their Legos twice in 1 year during COVID, even though the production of their pieces didn't increase due to COVID. They just did it because everyone else did it, you know? It is such a scummy behavior. But as I understand it, Lego doesn't actually make money that much from the sets, but from the figurines. From the minifigures.
Oh wow, okay.
That's my last understanding of it.
That's interesting. Considering the figurines are just such a small part of the entire thing. It's been 1 hour and 30 minutes without an anime discussion. Is Flügel okay? Hey, I mean, usually the time is like 2 hours afterwards. So
the game is not cancelled anymore. You see this?
Yay!
Yay! Thunderstorm.
I mean,
Thunder.
Bad weather day.
It almost sounds like Argentina, except the price being raised by only 100 in 1 year. I mean, isn't Argentina generally extremely terrible right now with inflation and everything because someone is making clown politics?
Where's the thunder? Not yet there.
Thunder.
So if you're making thunder, I will personally make sure that no lightning strike will flash your eyes out. I absolutely hate when games do that. Like there's some games who are really clever, right? They're just brightening things up a little, you know, and making a sound, and that's it. But some games are like, especially older games, where
everything.
Holy hell!
Here's like the create menu where you can just give something like a fish, and then the gods tell you what the fuck is this and give you something back. So that's something we did.
Maybe maximize the window so people can see it better.
Okay, here. Let's give them an ice block. Hey, did you see my cool ice block? You get ring herb and brapple. Okay, nice.
Very well. Oh yeah. Such offering.
I just imagine you just throw the ice block into the water and it of course just turns into water at some point. And like, wow, thanks, water, we needed that.
When older games flash the screen by switching your screen between two bright colors. Yeah, I don't like that either. I feel like that's a not Daijobe thing to do. Yeah, some Zelda game does this in the intro. I remember this. It was Link to the Past that did that, and I was like, oh.
Did Link's Awakening do that? Like the one on the ship?
Probably.
Because that one started with like Link on a ship and then lightning hit the ship. Then again, at least it didn't really flash you all that much because it was Game Boy Color since they couldn't go super bright. When I played Pokemon Soul Silver, I had a Vaporeon who followed me around, and whenever we walked around into a rainy area, he would make a cute happy face and started jumping up and down. That's cute.
Yeah.
Almost as cute as Vaporeon.
No. Bad.
Being a very cute Pokemon. It's like at least in the top 10 of cutest evolutions.
Okay, so the good thing is now we get, in principle, we have some weather working. Okay, maybe I can try something. Let's just say that the worst weather, just make a village weather and say like the worst kind of weather for the village is actually snow, even though that will not happen, but it's something we can use now for testing. And then I just say that this village here does in fact have the map
Flashing
weather
the daylight,
South Village.
lighting is actually a good idea. Just put the lighting position such that it appears as day. That would be a good idea. I think we can workshop that. That's a fine-tuned thing for sure.
You mean how the funny thing is, the way the Thunder currently works, we can't do that at all because it's just an audio event and I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to change this in any case, I guess.
This is technically something we don't need to do. Lightning comes first, then thunder, right?
Yeah, obviously. And also, yeah, like we don't really have to make it flash that badly. It works. Guys, it works. Look, outside it's raining. Then you go to the strange village and the rain goes to snow. Wee, that's
also
very...
something interesting that you can see is the snow actually stops on the ground before fading away. Some of the particles do that at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think all of them actually. It's yeah. That's very chunky snow.
Yeah, some chunky ass snow.
Okay, anyway. But yeah, here you see again, it's rain, snow, it's stormy weather. So now that we have that, the next task will be to actually make the weather change dynamically. And for this, yeah, so this is something we need to try. Obviously, you don't want the weather to change too often and also not too little. So you maybe probably
it's always better to make it not change so often and then give the player a way to like accelerate it or like push it to the next step.
You mean like whenever you rest, we just jump to another weather?
Yeah, you might like jump forward a little bit in that timeline. In Echoes of Time, you can actually make it rain with one of the echoes you can summon.
Yeah, but funny. Yeah, like I don't know. It's especially now it's a very decorative thing up to this point.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I would like to not connect this to the gameplay too much, to be honest. And since we don't really have real time daytime change, I actually still want to have just dynamic weather because I feel it just adds something nice, like to have randomly the weather change like this. I think it's just about finding a good balance, really. Maybe making sure it doesn't go too strong to extremes or something like this. In any case, you do need a timer.
Some kind of timer. The bread and butter of video games.
Min weather. So let's say it stays at least a minute. Maximum 3 minutes. Maybe that's way too quick. But honestly though, for testing I actually need to do this very low just to actually test if it's actually working, And another thing is you could just say, okay, it always goes to a random position, but I actually think what is better is that you say that it kind of jumps from one point to the next and just it tends to get worse and then it gets better again and it gets worse again and better again, so it doesn't stay too long at bad weather, because I feel that kind of like might be annoying. But then again, maybe weather is just random, so I can just implement something dumb so we have something.
Make yourself a debug toggle.
Nah, that Sounds like too much work for me.
Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
We shall try.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Maulmann. Subscribed for 5 months. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. We're currently working on the climate system.
The climate system.
Oh boy, here we go climating again.
He said it's
Right, guys?
shouted it's climate time, and then he climated all over the place.
Not like this.
Okay.
That sounds phrased, you know.
Hmm.
You feel me?
No, I don't.
Okay.
By the way, what has been your favorite Concord character?
Damn. Not sure of mean.
Who is Concord? Who is it indeed? I don't know.
Who's Concord? Yeah.
Guardians of the Overwatch.
Okay, here we go. Just change the weather thing.
Almost as if character design is important. Who would have thought?
Almost as if character designers have a better understanding what works than marketing suits.
I mean, I'm sure there were
Yeah.
good designers working on this.
Definitely.
I don't exactly know what happened there.
It's most like, I mean, I've seen some videos of character designers talking about the stuff, and they assume from own experience that it's just designers having like pretty good designs and pretty good ideas, but then some suits came in and said, yeah, that's okay, but we have to make it more generally acceptable or something. Have less
Generally more acceptable. Damn.
something like that. And then it became boring, basically.
Okay, let's see if the weather changes.
Yay.
Debugging. Okay, now we just need to wait.
Hey, I love waiting.
Will it rain in an hour?
Yeah, it will.
Oh.
It might. Oh yeah, something is gonna change now. Or not.
Big question.
It's mostly sunny,
not.
honestly.
Yeah. Felix, the big question is, if it rains, will that change the rate of the fishing system?
What fishing system, Hannah?
You know, the fishing system. The system that we will have with a mini game where a bar is on the screen and a small dot is on the bar, or a line.
Sure, yeah. We will definitely have that.
This is where creativity goes to die. In the fishing minigames.
But it's very efficient to do it like that.
Please. Stop. I beg of you.
I have a hard time imagining that even the business people thought this looked good, to be honest. Yeah, but the thing is, oftentimes when you talk with a group of people...
Guys, it's raining. You see that?
No, not yet.
It is.
Not yet.
I trust you.
Yes,
you
now it's
say
raining. Nice. I see
It is indeed raining.
There is indeed rain like wheelbirds on the street. Will the rain make the turnips grow faster?
Who knows?
Junos.
Who knows?
Get
Oh,
it?
rain's already over. That was a very short shower.
But Felix, it will definitely influence the jumping system. Is that Juno can't jump as high when it rains, realistically.
No.
No, we won't do that, Hannah.
I'm kidding, of course.
Who would do
be
something
very-
like that? That would be very dumb design.
Actually, I like that in Zelda.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean in Zelda, it's changes the climbing, and that makes sense, and it's like annoying, but I can see it. Oh look. I wonder what the risk of rain is in Alabaster Dawn. Hopefully, it's not the risk of getting your engine ruined by the publisher for some DLC update years later.
So many enemies. Jeez. Game. Calm down.
In a very annoying game I'm playing, how high you can jump depends on which weapon you're holding. I wonder what game that is actually.
Damn.
It's like
Depends
Oh,
on
guys. It's raining again.
That's crazy.
Wow, look at this. When I go into changing the weapons, it actually gets slower and the rain is slow too. This is actually really cool.
By the way,
Yeah?
swap your weapon,
no
like
indivisible, right?
do a combo, then go into the weapon select.
I know,
and swap it.
I know this. Yeah, I still need to fix this. And there's a to-do, I saw that too.
Oh yeah, right, I made it.
Yeah.
I'm smart. I thought about that. Ooh, let's go me.
Stop, 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 and here they go.
Good.
Something I would like to try now is to actually see if the windy weather works if I go up to Silver P, because I made it that it's essentially mostly windy when you go up there. In fact, it should all be always windy. Let's go to weather. This is 55. Yeah. I mean, I can just make one. This will actually work, in fact. If it's larger, it will just always be. Okay, let's see. So, only here. By the way, yesterday I think I fixed a bug why Juno looked weird in water, especially at night, and it was mostly because the water shader actually didn't move the data buffer. Like it didn't really move the stencil values, but it distorted the graphics. Ooh. So like the stencil didn't match the actual Juno you saw underwater, and that's why it looked so weird. And that's fixed now. Okay, so now I will go to peak 01. Gonna test this. So you can see that weather here is pretty normal. A lot of enemies here.
What kinds of weather are there? Not much yet. Rain and no rain. Sun shower. What is a sun shower? Sun shower.
Very strong sun? Hey, that's not a bug. What happening? Okay.
Wasn't that a Kelvin game?
Ah yeah, you see, now it's more windy. If you look at the plants, we need proper sounds for this, by the way. So we still need to work a bit on sounds for the different weather types.
Yeah.
But you can see that it looks like things is it's more lively now. Everything is
need like random ribbon particles going in a swoosh over the screen, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's another thing we could do.
We don't need to do that though.
Yeah.
It's like a polish thing. Sounds, I think, are more important.
Did I not specify windy rain there? I didn't. I actually specifically made so there's windy rain, because if you go from windy to rain, like the wind shouldn't stop. So that's why there's a windy rain, and strong rain is just windy by default. So I thought, I was trying, so like in terms of what weathers we currently have, it's just windy, rain, windy, rain strong, storm, which is actual lightning sounds, and snow, and there will be more weathers. We just add them as we go, right? So right now that's all the types we have.
Light rain with sun. Usually gives rainbows. Oh, okay. The more you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure we will have those. Like we did have some very light rain, but I actually opted out to that because it was a little bit too subtle, and I wanted to. Oh, we actually have thunderstorm now.
Thunder.
But yeah, we actually really need wind sounds. Those are really missing right now. I'm sure Flo will be happy to work on that.
Just not go with rainbows or something.
Yeah, I actually made something here that just erases all the shadows. Frick, oh man. Yeah, still need to work on that.
The Vogue rainbows.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. No more shadows.
Yeah, I know why that is. Because I said I didn't want to have any shadows on the parallax. Unfortunately, solid geometry does not reset shadows. So you just get no shadows. That's the downside here, the problem. So you would have solid shader to also again say, okay, I actually want to have shadows on those pixels. Something like that anyway. Okay. In fact, I did what I wanted to work on. The only thing left now is to actually implement a better system, which is a bit less random. But other than that, maybe I can think of something, because it's, well, I mean, 2 hours. I didn't want to stream for too long. So maybe another 20-30 minutes. Just not go with rainbows, or some people never go your book. Yeah, yeah.
In that case, we will not care.
Yeah.
Yes. Indeed.
People have a problem with rainbows, I think.
Let's add a lot
The
of
issue lies
rainbows.
more with them than with us.
Yeah. We will just add a dash after the rainbow, and then it will become very popular with most people.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
I'm dead.
Okay, I have an idea.
Proud additions to the How Woke is My Steam library app.
Oh right, yeah. That's a very fun thing. There was like, you know how there's like some people who made some curators who made like curator groups to test if a game is, or to say if a game is woke. And then of course many people made fun of that, rightfully so. And then someone made like a website where you can let it read your Steam library and then tell you how many of your games are woke according to those curator groups. And it's very hilarious in some cases. Crosscode isn't even on that list, actually. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. It's just a gem.
But for some reason, like a game like Kingdom is very woke according to those lists. For some reason. Actually, the only reason is that you can randomly be a woman, I think. And that's
Yeah, how woke of the game.
And it has like no gameplay meaning. It's just that the game character that you are can also be a woman or black or both. And
That's a big no-no, obviously.
it's a big no-no.
It's a political statement.
It's definitely.
How dare the games have diverse characters? That is not representing of the world. There are only white people.
White men.
In particular, yes, you're right.
Yes.
My bad. Sorry, sorry, all white men. Completely ignore you there. You're such a minority.
Mhm. Also, it is past 10, so I can't theoretically talk about anime, but no, I can make a segue. I can talk about a manga that is also about game dev.
Oh, that one. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk that much into detail about it because, there's a manga about game development in Weekly Shonen Jump. I'm sure there have been many more game development series before, like Felix. How could we forget the very, very serious and very professional and in-depth about the topic game development series New Game! Exclamation mark!
Well, what new game? What?
How could we forget New Game? The game development anime.
When did we forget about this?
Never. That's what I'm saying. How could we forget about it? We can't. It's there, and we are still thinking about it. So there have been other game development series before, and yes, but this one is the first in the most popular manga magazine, Weekly Shonen Jump. You know, like being in the same magazine as One Piece. Wow, amazing. Anyway, I think the series is not very good, sadly. It's like it has like the game development theme, but it doesn't treat it super well, I think. Like obviously you have to always simplify things a bit and stuff, but I also just don't like the overall plot so far. So the characters are not very appealing. So, but still, it's nice that it exists. I think that the topic has found its way into that magazine at long last. And if you want to check it out yourself, you can. It's on Manga Plus and called. I forgot the name. Damn it. It's called. I think Hakutaku was the name.
Hakutaku.
Yeah, it's Hakutaku. It's literally Hakutaku. I can even put the link in the chat. Look, it's called. Yeah, it's.
You can. I can even put a link into the chat. Wow.
Yes. What? It's like unheard of. The modern technology. Yeah. Again, I'm not a big fan of it so far, but hey, it's a game dev manga and Weekly Shonen Jump, next to One Piece. Whee! Damn it. But if you want to read a really, really good new manga, then you should check out Ichi the Witch, which is really, really, really good. And it's also the first manga to ever have an all-female author-artist duo in Weekly Shonen Jump. It was pretty wild considering how old the magazine is, but that never happened, I guess. Chat, is this real? That's such a funny meme. It's like
Chat, am I cooked?
Am I cooked?
That one makes me laugh. I'm gonna lie.
Who actually said
like funny is also bro got caught in 4K.
Yeah, bro got 40. I mean, that one is a few years old already, right?
Oh my god. I don't know, but I think it's funny.
It's very funny. There's also this amazing. It's a bit harder to explain because it's a longer clip. It's like a streamer meme that I only know because of a parody, an Arknights theme parody of it, and it's like some female streamer being like saying like some, basically making fun of like cynical people by saying like, yeah, the animals are dying, the planet, no, wait, the planet is dying, the government hates us, the animals are leaving, everything's bad basically. Maybe it's just you and me, but isn't that enough? And then like some 360 no scope compilation with like with like emotional emo music behind that. It's like hard to explain how why the meme is so good, but if you see it,
that's a question.
Yes,
That bar
that's a
that
question.
appears here is a bug because what you see here is that down there you see shadows and up there you don't see shadows. I can quickly fix that. It's very simple. I just need to go to parallax frac and simply say that this is
Parallax
0,
frac.
and now it should work again. You see? Now I just enabled shadows again. The reason why I did this really is because shadows are kind of broken for the parallax. You don't notice this here, but when I zoom, it very quickly, you see it. Yeah, I guess I need to... There's probably a better way to fix this than the way I'm doing it right now. So, but yeah.
Ah, I found it on TikTok actually. I'm sorry, I have to post the TikTok now. Because that's where I found it again.
Oh no, there's rain on the fuck. No, fuck.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, okay. We should have it like if you enter a corruption area, probably not the best idea to have it to rain, huh?
No, I mean, this has nothing to do with corruption. This is just fuck. I mean, I don't know how to fix that, honestly. I think the problem is that oh yeah, actually I think it's easy. The environment particles, they just need to actually that is tricky. Okay, it's possible. What we have to do is just have to read, like eventually we will add some kind of shadow erasing property. And this one will be set to max here on those things. And then we just, when we spawn those ground particles in particular, we just need to check, is this now like a shadow erased area? And then we just don't render it. And that should fix this. So that would be one way to handle this. Yeah, we find a way. I'm sure. It's just important that we only do this for those ground drops, because the other particles rendered above this should not. Here, for instance, we don't have this issue. I wonder why that is. Oh yeah, because the depth value is probably so low here that you don't have particles falling on it here. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah. Interesting. When will this game ever be done? No, we're still fixing technology stuff, eh?
I found the meme. It has another meme entry. Great.
Okay.
I really like the music playing right now because it fits the rain in the corruption mood very well.
Yeah. What is this music anyway? I have no idea.
Good question.
This playroom is not really working, unfortunately.
It's the Subcon forest.
What is this again? Do you really need anyone else?
That's the meme that I was talking about right now. It's really funny.
Guys, trust me, it's really funny.
It is really funny. It has like when I say it's really funny, it's like amazing. It has a Call of Duty no scope 360 montage and everything.
Ban the comments you can't handle. Keep it Disney. Wait, Dr. Jerky, didn't you come in earlier and say like a trolling comment? What I love about Twitch is that I just get to be myself. I do get to be myself. I get to be a very, very different part of myself. It's really
Wait, is it actually that video?
They accuse me of being fake.
Okay,
Probably,
Felix,
no, it's just the one down here, probably.
Yeah, it's more like. No, it's also not that. It's that under spread.
Ah, that's the one. Okay.
Then what the fuck is stopping us from just throwing ourselves off a bridge and giving up and saying, yeah, the planet is dying, the government hates us, the animals are leaving, the aliens aren't contacting us, we might be alone, it just might be you and me, but that's okay, because do you really need anyone else?
I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
It just has a very specific vibe that just works, I think.
Okay. All right.
You really need anyone else, Felix?
Yeah, that's a question, I guess. Okay, I think actually...
Did we answer I know the source engine, special texture?
I know from the source engine if you have a special tag that does stuff like player walk people, you can make part of it. Yeah. There's not the same issue here, coverage. How to best explain this?
I don't know, like I think it's just the way we render the weather particles might be very different to how source engine does it. So it's like, I don't know. It's not really helpful to look at this for reference because I feel a lot of things there are very different. But yeah, I'm sure like we already have we are working on some systems, and once those are properly implemented, it will be easy to fix that. Anyway, I feel like we can do that. Yeah. Okay. Well, we do have dynamic weather. I mean, something I need to do is make sure this is properly saved and everything, so it's consistent when you start and reload, and then oh yeah, and also important, like a step to force the weather, because depending on what happens, like for certain cutscenes I might want to just force the weather to be a certain state and not change dynamically. So that's something I want to do. Well yeah, at least the basis is working. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's nice to have like a basic system like this implemented in the stream. Pretty good progress, I would say. And yeah, I guess this concludes our stream pretty much, unless let's see if I missed any questions in the...
I don't think there have been many questions.
Really impatient to discover the lore of your game.
Oh, damn it.
Oh yeah, there will be.
Still need to think of a lore.
There will
It
be
is
lore.
good. The lore.
There will be lores. So many lores.
Oh yes. Mm.
Ay, yeah. Yeah, crosscode is extremely woke if you think about it.
Mhm.
We did have like a very pleasant conversation with one guy at GDC, really trying to ask us why the heck we have a female protagonist and how creepy that is. And that was,
What?
Wait, what?
yeah, we had like this really weird guy talk to us in a really weird, strangely passive aggressive way.
GDC? Where?
Yeah, at GDC when we were at our booth, that was really weird. And when I told Michael about this, he said like he was really he wished he was there because he would have punched him in the face. He said.
That sounds like Michael, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, when was that? How many years was that ago?
That was 2019. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I mean, yeah, it must have been. But damn.
How
yeah.
creepy of you guys
Hmm.
to just add a female character.
Yeah. It's like how why do we do that? We are not even women ourselves, so why do we add a female
Also,
character?
only women can write women. That's
Yeah.
only women can write women. A woman
Woman.
cannot write men.
Yeah,
you know,
obvious. That's how it works. Those are the rules.
It's never happened, you know. Characters can only be written by characters of the same sex.
Yeah, it's like people don't understand that not every video game character has to be a self-insert.
Yeah.
But most importantly, a serial killer or like a professional hitman can only be written by someone who killed someone before.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It is of utmost import to have slain another man.
Anyway, so let's conclude the stream
That's a great point.
with this wise message from Heather.
Perfect.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for having us.
Before things get
don't
even
forget
more
to brush your
criminal.
teeth.
Yeah, don't
know.
forget. Maybe even floss, if that's not
Floss,
too much of a
floss.
hassle.
Don't jump from the sides of pools into the water, you know.
Mhm.
These kind of things. Don't go over red street lights.
You know what I mean, the 10 tenants or whatever.
Those can be very
God said,
dangerous.
thou shalt not jump from the corner of a pool.
Sort your trash.
Thou shalt brush your teeth.
Sort your trash, definitely.
Dein teeth. Dein
Dein
teeth.
Thief.
Dein Tiefef.
Definitely how it worked.
Deine Mutter.
Okay, so thanks everybody for watching, and
Yeah.
until the next stream, whenever that is, hopefully maybe in a month or so, not
Dune
like
adjacent.
Maybe this year still.
maybe this year still. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yes,
Bye-bye.
we're working on Alabaster
out.
Dawn. Things are definitely happening. I hope I didn't spoil anything accidentally this time.
I don't think so.
Close this freaking tab. Close those freaking tabs. It's already official. It's already known the thing. People didn't see
Okay.
my tabs, so I had a certain tab open that was already open last time. So
You mean the one with the yeah.
with a
that
certain
one.
boss of a certain animal type.
Yeah. Mhm.
I was like open the whole stream
Damn
this time.
Damn it, the badger boss is revealed.
It's a Betcha boss. Okay. Until next time. So have a good night, everyone. Until next time. Bye bye.
Bye. Have a nice week.
We will skip all those nonsense songs this time. Bye.
We will skip the Seinfeld.
Yes. Bye bye.